Morning guys, Mark Brush, Protect Dog Training and Big Boy. Now what I've done is, about the 5th day, I just took him out to go to the bathroom. Oh gosh dang it. Another puppy. So he's all full of piss and vinegar, needless to say. Oh shit. Come here. I'm gonna put him away for a second so I can clean this mess up. Good. Alright guys, let me clean this up. This is all part of it, guys. Get in there. No. Good. That's my boy. Now we went outside, and what I did is made a big emphasis on using Joker quiet to you hear me talking about all the time. Be careful what you ask for, right? So we're washing towels in a bucket every day. These will be dumped and sprayed out and hung up today depending on the wind. Alright, so I took him out, went to the bathroom. What I'm trying to do is catch a pattern of his normal wake-up routine. So he ends up getting a normal. So I've got his kibble this morning. It's gotten flushed. I'm going to get away from the hot dogs. I don't want to throw off his diet. He had a nice poop yesterday. And I'm liking it. Then I've got to work the females today. I got to pull the 2 that I'm holding back out and start playing with them. And the goal is to get to a point where they'll walk on a leash and all that before we end up hitting to the park at 12 weeks of age, right? And 9 going on 10 weeks. So we'll get this imprint started with the food. And I got to try to get the females at least walking out of the kennel and bonding with me instead of having a mental attitude of kennel, right? The other dogs are all starting to have, we're getting phone calls now. Good. And good. You notice that I did a lot of just what I just did without any voice, without any markers, which is fine because you've got to remember that we have a lot of this is just watching body and him watching what I'm doing. Very observant as puppies. They watch, they know, they're like a sponge. They pick up everything. Yes. Good. Now I want to start bouncing backwards, but we'll save it for our outdoor later. It's only about 5:30, guys. 5:36 in the morning when I get up, depending on the light and the warmth. It's still cold out there. Good. It's going to get warm the next week. It's going to be going up to 74, 75, into the 80s. So this is it, but we'll get wind with it most likely. It's usually driven by wind. Good. Good. Like I said the last session we did, I don't want to push him at this point. Patience comes in. Once I've got him at a point now that he's getting used to his daily routine, we've got his diet going well, he's bonded with me, I've got a whole little pattern and routine based on coming into the house and playing with his toys, keeping him busy, because you don't keep him busy, he's tearing up everything. He gets into all kinds of trouble, right? Now, if you notice that, I'm stepping into it and I'm pushing. That's my spatial pressure, right? They're causing the sit, so I'm mixing that in now. So I have a basic sit from the start of it. Let's go kind of overview what we got going now. We've got watching the hands to the face. He goes into a sit. Nope. Good. The duration marker is starting to be installed. Good. And that's where we started, right? Was just getting him to settle. Good. Nope. Nope. He doesn't know his no marker, so it's going to take a little time for his little brain to pick up the fact that I'm robbing him of the food, right? Good. Now keep in mind that most of the time when I see puppies, I'm familiar with puppies at this age, but it's a lot tougher because your attention span's just not there. So most of the time, a customer comes to me and they want to come in kennel and they've got a puppy and they're struggling with him. Good. And they end up coming to me at 16 weeks because that's when the final shot is good. So he's safe in the kennel at that point, right? I don't take a puppy when they're so young from a customer. So I don't have all these dogs coming at me at a very younger age where I'm in tune with their younger maturity level and their attention span being less and all that good stuff. That's what we're dealing with right now. We're dealing with a young puppy that's 9 weeks old going on 10 weeks, right? So because of that, it's a little more of a struggle, but I understand it, so it's just a matter of working my way around it. Good. And what you're seeing by watching these every day that I'm doing them, you're seeing the dog's maturity, and you'll start to see it get more and more. And once I get him to 12 weeks of age, get him walking on the leash, I'm now going out to environmental people, places, things, and slowly taking that and building on that. And I usually do what I always have done. If you watch my videos for any length of time, I go to that one little small town park. Good. That's a lot of times not many people in it. That's going to change because they're remodeling the park and they're putting all kinds of bells and whistles around the kids, and they're going to have a pickleball courts and all kinds. So there's going to be a lot more activity in that park. That being the case, we're going to have a whole different little environment. Good. Now I've got a pretty good down now. He's starting to understand. He's getting good. Good. Now we added the good duration marker on the down. Good. It adds up to the same thing I'm pushing for, which is settling the brain and waiting. Good. Nope. Nope. Good. Good. Okay, there was the first time that he actually started to show me body language wise that he understood the duration marker. I'm going out of sight, not for a reason that I'm thinking about why I'm doing it. I've just got to get food. It's sitting on top of the counter, so I'm disappearing from him. I can probably take that into a duration marker of around the corner work as we go along too. We're going to be building on some of that as we keep working on teaching the dog to settle. Notice I didn't put a marker. It doesn't matter. Good, but I'm leaning over and my hand, I'm right on top of him, right? Which means that's help, right? If I was standing up, he might break a little more tendency. Good. Good, and this is all dependent on the puppy. The puppy's giving me what I got, and you just take it good and flow, and you do what you've got to do to deal with the puppy. So I'm over the top of him here. Good, which gives me an ability to get more of a ability to conceptualize to the dog, right? Convey that thought you hear me talking about. The body language helps. If you know, this is help. Good. If I'm standing full up, good. There we go. And I did it nice and slow. There was emphasis on me just good. Now I'm drawing my hands up, causing a little bit of that too. Good. Good. Conveying the thought that I want him to stay in that position. Good. Good. And then I would have said no, and then see, that's going to start adding up. Nope. Nope. I'm stretching his mind. I'm trying to get him to understand the concepts that I'm conveying to him. And I'm doing it with body language. Voice tone is very important too. Good. I was just watching Bill Hillman. He's got a show. He's a bird dog trainer, very famous, and he's very different feel for what he's trying to put out. It's a bird dog feel. If you ever watch any of the bird dog stuff, they have a definite feel for how they do their videos, and trainers are different, and their feel is totally different. He sat there with an interview with a guy in front of a fireplace, the two of them. So their language is a lot more hillbilly type of dialect, you know what I mean? You're back in the South and you're talking bird dogs, and so there's a totally different feel. And that's what it's all about with this media and the new media nowadays. Good. Where everybody wants to cut and slice and give a feel for painting a picture with your message, you know. And that's all well and good. I just can't do it. You know, one of these days maybe I'll get somebody that can help, but good. I'm standing all the way up now. Good. So this session is nothing more than trying to convey the same thing we did with the sit. Good. But I'm now standing up, and I've got to keep a real solid, a real solid time level. You see, as soon as I stretch it, he gets stressed out, and then it takes away from your learning. Nope. Good. Good. See what I did right there? No, he wasn't getting his food. Good. And when he did the right thing, he got his food. So, good. So right away, he starts to learn with that no marker. That's what I'm kind of reaching for. Getting the no marker, and then we're done. Good. Well, that was a good session. Good, because we took it from a sit where we started our duration marker, and we took it into a down, but the same things apply. I'm trying to get the dog to learn to be patient and wait for their brain to settle, because they're nothing but go juice. You let them bounce off the walls, and you got a problem. Good boy. Good. We're done. We're done. We're done. Yay, good boy. We're done. Yay, let's get some toys. You want the toys? Yay, he's got the toys. We're done. Yeah, good boy. Good. Yeah. Good boy. He's got a whole little slew of toys. This one already had the head ripped off. I got to keep him from getting into the cotton that's inside of it. Got to keep him. He loves this one too. I gave him that one. He's the softest one of the batch, and he likes that one good. He does. He does. He's kind of like a sack. Ooh, yeah. Oh, good boy. Oh. Playing with a purpose. Do the same thing with this that I can with the other. Good boy, good. Yeah, good boy, good. Just make a pattern and a routine of how will we do it. And now I'm going to take this and I'm going to try to get all his toys into one little spot and let him go over there and play. Good boy. And I'll sit down and drink my tea or whatever I need to do. All right, guys. Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, signing off.